Ladies and gentlemen, podcasting since 2005. You're listening to Gamertag Radio. With your hosts, podcaster Hall of Famer Danny Pena, the always opinionated Paris Lilly, and from outside of the norm, Peter Toledo. This is Gamertag Radio.
All right, welcome to Gamertag Radio. Brand new episode here, and I'm live. Wow, this is like, I haven't done this since COVID-19 started.
Okay.
So right now we're here located Central Park in New York City, 110th Street. And I invited one of my friends that also lives here in New York City, BamBeatz. What's going on, Bam?
What's going on, GLD? How you been, bro?
Everything good, man. How's the fam? How's everything, man?
Good.
Since the whole pandemic thing, man.
I mean, I just been working a lot, working where I work at in the post office. Mail never stops, so I'm constantly working.
Yeah.
My girlfriend just recently got a job with Amazon because they've been hiring. And I still got the kids back home in Florida. They were supposed to come up here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, in the next 2 weeks after they finish school, but with the whole corona, I'm probably just going to leave them there for a little while.
All right, cool. It's all good,
Until it settles down.
Now, I know we're going to be talking about Final Fantasy VII, the remake, and also the original. Your thoughts about the differences between the two and all that. No spoilers. For those that are listening, no spoilers.
You're going to have to stop. You might have to stop me sometimes. Like, hey, whoa.
There's going to be some parts that we're going to be like, yo, Bam, no spoilers.
Okay.
But I feel like it's very important because there's a lot of us that haven't played the game. It's going to come out for the PC and also for Xbox. And maybe there's some that also play the game on PlayStation 4 that I think it will be a great conversation to talk about.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But first, head over to gamertagradio.com. Listen to our past episodes. You also could find us on any podcast app. Bam. All you have to do.
What I got to do?
Search for Gamertag Radio.
On any app?
On any app.
Okay, I already have it subscribed on my Apple.
You use what? Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, Apple Podcasts.
All right, so look, there's people that don't use Apple Podcasts. They could use Spotify, any other app.
Really?
Subscribe, follow us,
There you
maybe
go.
post a review. That's it. That's all I have to do.
I put my review. I was like, Godfrey, he's terrible.
No. Not like that. But you do that, and you can listen to all of our episodes, and we'll be releasing a lot of episodes twice a week. Sometimes even more, depending on if there's any breaking news, especially now from May all the way to August. There's going to be a lot of announcements, especially that Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5 is coming out later this year. I think it's important to release more content during the summer. There's no E3, so that's how we do it.
Great.
All right. So if you would like also to send us feedback, maybe you don't like Bam's opinion about Final Fantasy Remake, and you can hit us up, fanmail@gamertagradio.com.
Or you can send a really bad message to me at BamBeatz on Twitter.
And BamBeatz.
And most likely I might send a reply back with a bunch of just curse words. So
there you go. Now, if you'd like to be part of fan mail, just send us an email, and this is how.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
So, Bam, let's talk about Final Fantasy VII and also the new one, Remake. Now, before you talk about Remake, I know you're a huge Final Fantasy guy.
Absolutely.
Final Fantasy, period.
All the way.
Greatest
Final Fantasy ever made. We talked about this in the summertime, I think. Right?
Yeah, I think we did.
Last summer.
We did like a battle of the games.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about it, and I pretty much had a solid case on Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. I personally think 6 is my favorite.
I mean,
because here's the thing,
debatable.
and before we go to 7, I think I feel like 6 is a lot more challenging. It's not easy, and it's a lot more fun. I feel like 7, great story. I just found it too easy. It's not. I don't find it challenging.
But that was the whole
unless
thing.
you want to do like the secret bosses. You know what I'm trying to say?
I mean, that's the whole thing. That's why Final Fantasy VII is more, popular, is because it was a little bit easier compared to Part 6. But 7 still had a way better storyline. And it was like more user friendly to the common person.
Yeah.
When it came to role playing games.
Now let's go with Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now, before you talk about your history with Final Fantasy VII,
I mean, but they can still tune into that old episode.
Yeah.
To hear my thorough take on Final Fantasy VII.
But were you excited about Remake?
Yes, I've been excited. I think when did they announce? They originally announced it. What? I think in 2006, right? 7.
No,
that
but
they wanted to work on.
That was a tech demo. That was not like an official.
But no, the official that it was supposed to drop. I think it was in like 4 or 5 years ago, right?
It was like
I don't know.
the PlayStation 3 days. I think it was early PlayStation 3. That's when they showed.
No, but 4 or 5 years ago, they talked about like we're going to actually drop the game. We're going to make this game.
Yeah, like officially PlayStation 4. Yeah.
Since then, I've been waiting for this.
But there was a tech demo. If you look it up,
Okay.
For the original PlayStation 3, this was just a tech demo. It wasn't like an official announced game. They were just showing like how the game is going to work
Exactly.
on the PlayStation 3.
Which that was in 07 or 08, I think.
We
talk about PS3 time.
PlayStation 3.
Okay.
But I was at the press conference when they showed Final Fantasy VII Remake.
How was the audience?
The crowd went nuts. I mean, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy and you're a fan of PlayStation,
Now,
you're gonna go wild.
before we move forward. Let's go back to the Battle of the Games. If they would have made a remake of Final Fantasy VI, which crowd do you think would get more excited?
No, it was 7 because
All
7.
right. That's all I got.
Honestly, 7 was the most successful one.
Not
only that, but also mainstream.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, everybody's gonna have their own. Forget about story.
Yeah.
Challenging and difficulty.
I just feel
I
like
think 6 was, in my opinion, was like the one that I'm like, all right, I like this.
Agree to disagree. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just leave it as
All
that.
right.
Now,
So the crowd was ecstatic when they showed the
they were
remake.
going crazy.
So you saw the trailer and all that?
yeah, I was there at the event, the press conference.
God,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
So now with Final Fantasy VII Remake,
Yeah.
you were at home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you watched the conference live or not, or maybe
No, I didn't see it
pre-recorded.
live. I saw it on YouTube like maybe
Pre-recorded.
a couple hours later. Yeah.
So you were hyped.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. Nano sent me the link and I saw it at work and I was like, oh my
Now,
God.
why you were hyped? Because remember,
I'm hyped because Final Fantasy VII is like easily top 3 favorite game ever.
yeah,
It's like Metal Gear, Final Fantasy VII.
mm-hmm.
And at certain depends on how I feel in the day. Final Fantasy VII might be higher than that. Might be number 1.
I think Final Fantasy is way higher than Metal Gear. in my
No. As a series, Metal Gear, like every Metal Gear is amazing.
You know what I like about Final Fantasy is it's a different story. Like
No,
right now,
I get that.
like right now, I'm playing Final Fantasy IX for the first time. People will be like, "Really,
you're
Danny?
crazy.
You slept on 9?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"Look, first of all, that game came out when the PlayStation, or came out during the PlayStation 1 era.
It was right. Yeah, it was right at the end of the. I was in high school. I was like in 10th grade when it came
I
out.
completely skipped that and went to
You're crazy.
PlayStation 2.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, whatever. So that's why I skipped it.
But
You know
if we
what
go
I'm
back to the Battle of the Games, I mentioned how Final Fantasy IX is the greatest, most slept on Final Fantasy ever.
saying? Yes, but it's because 8 wasn't that great.
No, it was terrible.
8 was eh.
And you know what? I bet you if I go back and play 8, I'll probably like it a lot more. It's just like it was like we had 7 and then we play 8. We're like, what is this garbage? This is terrible.
9 remind me a lot of 7 and 6.
Exactly, because people the reviews of 8 was so bad that they were like, yo, we got to go back to the original formula.
Yeah. But I think 10 and up was like the voices. And
Yeah, and I lost interest
Yeah.
after X.
Yeah.
I stopped
Now-
playing them.
Now, you finally played Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
Now, no spoilers, and I know it's going to be tough.
It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to like.
Forget about the
I might
ending.
pause a lot because I have to like think about like I don't want to spoil the game, you know.
Yeah, that's all good. Now, forget about the ending.
Mhm.
But how can you, as a person that is a huge fan of 7, because I love 7, I actually have 7 again on my Switch.
Okay.
Why should someone like me should play Final Fantasy VII Remake?
I mean, there's a bunch of reasons, man. You can be a young kid who's never heard of Final Fantasy, and you're gonna play this game. You're gonna be like, this game is awesome.
Mhm.
Then you can be a guy like you and me, who have a nostalgic feeling to Final Fantasy VII. And when you play this game, you're like, oh wow, you're like reliving the moment with today's graphics. Like I'm playing the game, and I'm like, I have like a smirk in my face, like, oh my god, I can't believe this is. It's
Yeah.
almost like frame by frame of how the original was, but with today's graphics.
Yeah.
And I mean, my girlfriend's sitting next to me. I'm like, yo, babe, I played this game when I was your son's age, which is my stepson. I was 13 years old when this game came out. Now I'm a 35, 36-year-old man.
Yeah.
If it's you have a nostalgic feeling when you play this game, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the difficulty compared to the original 7 game?
I guess they kind of did what they did with 7. It's pretty easy. Like it's not easy, but it's not hard. It's not nothing. Like I probably died maybe twice, and that's because I was kind of being foolish.
So right now it's 7 o'clock in New York City.
Okay.
So everybody claps. I don't know if you can hear in the background, but everybody claps for.
Oh, is that what I hear in my neighborhood?
Yeah, it's like a thank you to the essential workers. So grocery store, healthcare workers, fire.
So they're applauding to me, which I am essential worker.
You are an essential worker. Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
This,
no problem, guys. Thank
all
you.
this-
Appreciate it.
Look, you see the crowd? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear it, but
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
the whole city of New York starts clapping. The whole city.
You're welcome. Please sit down. Please, everybody, sit down. Please.
Yeah.
You don't have to stand up for me.
Yeah. But continue. Please continue.
What was I talking about?
No, just difficulty.
Oh
reminding
yeah,
you
difficulty.
a lot,
Yeah,
like-
it's kind of like they did what they did with Part 7, which is kind of like they didn't make it too difficult. You can save a lot of areas where you save is like a bench like this, like where we're sitting on.
Yeah.
So they made a lot of benches in throughout the game, so you can save a lot of pinpoints, and they got the little refreshment, so you can always like refresh yourself when you take when you take a nap and all that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I probably died twice playing this game. And the reasons why I died twice is because like I knew I was going to turn it off because I got something to do.
Yeah.
So I kind of like play a little recklessly to see what's ahead type stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I expected it to be a little bit harder because since it followed the same formula as Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
And Kingdom Hearts was a pretty hard game.
Now, the original game there was no voice acting.
No
This one does have voice actors.
voice acting
And
which
actresses.
I got a problem with Barrett.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because
What?
have you seen Tropic Thunder?
Yes.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be playing like a black guy,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
jive Turkin.
Yeah.
Turkin. That's who sounds like Barrett.
Oh my god.
It sounds like a fake black dude going, "Oh man, I can't believe it!" Oh whoa! But I looked at the cast and I'm like, who the hell is President?
Oh wait. The cast, the actor that plays his character.
Yeah, like it
Is
sounds
he-
overdone, like an overdone black guy. Like
Is he? Is he?
He's black, but that's the thing. I went to IMDb, I'm like, what is this racist? Oh wow, it's a black guy who did the voice. Wow.
Okay.
Don't I feel like an idiot?
Okay. But you think he over?
Yeah, and it's like, hey Mo, yo Cloud, what you doing, baby? Oh, whoa, it was like that, you know?
Too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
Okay,
It's overdid
okay.
it. I wasn't happy with Barrett. Cloud just sounds generic. Aerith sounded good. Whoever did the voice for Aerith.
Yeah.
Tifa sounded pretty good too.
Yeah.
And I like how Red 13 sounds like a noble type of dude, which he was kind of like a noble guy, noble animal.
What about enemies? You don't have to mention names, but
Right.
enemies that are in the game too.
I mean, they don't really. I don't think the enemies talk. Besides,
Wait,
like,
really?
besides Sephiroth.
Yeah, but he sounds good. He
Yeah, I mean, it sounds similar to like Advent Children,
sounds, okay.
like a soft-spoken
Cool.
dude.
Yeah.
who keeps his composure when he's
Now,
talking.
I know you finished the game. I repeat, do not mention the story.
Okay.
But hours, how many gameplay hours do you think it took
I
you?
finished the game at 53 hours and 20 minutes,
That's
something
not
like that.
bad.
Something
For-
like that.
for-
And I did every quest.
For $59.99 a game, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I was happy with the game, but mind you, when I was playing it, there's a bunch of side quests and stuff that's not like Final Fantasy VII. I'm like, what is this? What am I playing? I
Yeah.
thought this was a remake. What is
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
You know?
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It started off as a bad thing. I'm like, yo, what am I playing? What are we doing here, man? Like, come on, man. I understand, like, they want you to do as much thing as possible, but I'm like, yo, this is not even the same game. What am I playing?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to spoil anything, but when you end the game, there's a reason why you're playing a bunch of new random stuff. Put
Okay.
it that way.
We'll leave it at
Without,
that.
yeah, I'm gonna have to
We'll
leave
leave
it
it
at
at
that
that.
because if I
Okay.
keep talking about it, it's gonna be spoiled.
Now, I mean, like as a person that you love Final Fantasy VII,
Yes.
do you think we should just stick with the old one, or should we just go and play the new game too?
No, you have to play the new game.
You have to play the
You
new
have to
game.
play the new game. If you love Final Fantasy so much, you have to play the new game. Like you have to do it.
Okay.
You just can't just stick with 7. But not trying to spoil anything. After you play the game,
Yeah.
you're gonna realize you still need to play 7. Like that game's never gonna go away.
Oh, so you need to go back and play the original.
You don't need to go back to, but that game is always gonna be alive. Put it that way. Without saying anything more, because
Yeah.
That game's
Now-
always gonna be alive.
So that's for people that,
And that's when I finished the game. I was like, oh, I put the control down. I just started applauding, clapping my hands like, Square, you SOBs. I can't believe what you just did. You made 7 still relevant, but we're still playing this game.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what
I
I'm
see what you're saying. All right. So I know Final Fantasy VII Remake has the traditional JRPG,
Yeah.
and there's also like kind of like a Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts
they're-
action.
Yeah, which is the normal mode, and then
Yeah.
you got easy classic, where I think it plays the game for you. What you do is you're just involved with the spells. You can hit the spells
Yeah.
and like summons, but I think it fights for you. I haven't done that mode. I just went straight to normal because I just wanted to play the game as is.
Now I remember we had a conversation multiple times. I don't know if it was on the show, but I know it was in person.
Mm-hmm.
You were against playing
100%.
Now,
100%.
I even told you, Bam, try it out.
Yeah.
Because you never know.
No, I mean, I was going to try it out regardless. I was just going to hate it. Well, I tried it out. I'm like, this is so stupid.
Have you played Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I never beat Kingdom Hearts because Nano. I used to let Nano borrow my PlayStation 2 to play Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
And then eventually I played it, but I mean, I didn't.
It's not
get
your
too
thing.
far.
Not your thing.
No, it's just I just had other things going on. Like I didn't stick to it.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, so have you tried both? Have you tried the traditional JRPG?
No. I just beat the game on normal, and that was it. Like I didn't go back to it.
No, I'm talking about for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I beat the game
okay.
on normal, but I didn't do the other options.
Now, you're satisfied with the action
but
RPG.
now that I beat the game on normal, I think you can play it on hard now. Like they put the hard.
You unlocked it?
I think so. Yeah,
you're gonna go back and do it.
Not right now because I got to work. I'm just busy with stuff. But eventually, yeah.
Remember, guys, for those who are listening to the show, Bam is considered a casual gamer.
Yes, absolutely. I play games
just don't have no time to play games like this.
It's not that like even if I do have time, I'm only going to play something that I have really interest in.
Yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
the type of guy who goes out and tries new stuff.
So it's Final Fantasy VII Remake, Metal Gear. There's a couple games that maybe FIFA,
Street Fighter, FIFA, Metal Gear, Final Fantasy VII. Or if they redid 9 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I'll play it.
I feel like it's important to talk to people like you because you're not one of those like, I go to all these websites to find out news, and you're not Twitter. You just buy the game because that's your game.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Right? So that's why I was like, I want to talk to you. I want to record a podcast with you.
You know what?
I want to hear your experience. Like, how was it getting into this new style of Final Fantasy? Because since I know Bam, he loves Zelda 64.
Yes. Woo.
The Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask.
Nah, I wasn't feeling it. I played it. I didn't even beat that game.
Some people don't. That game is like mixed. But I know what type of games Bam likes. So when Final Fantasy VII Remake came out,
the classics.
Yeah, I was like, Bam, Final Fantasy VII. Let's talk. Let's sit down. Let's record a podcast. I feel like it's important.
I was 100% down, and I was always going to buy this game. It's just I was going to be curmudgeon about it. I was going to be like, I can't believe this is so stupid. I'm playing it. You know, I'm still going to play it. But I just would have been upset about it.
But people are going to be like, it's one of those like old cats complaining about the new game.
I was that guy until I played the game, and I called Nano the next day. I'm like, yo, man.
My brother Nano, for those who don't know.
I called him. I was like, yo, man, whatever I said, throw it out the window, man. This game's amazing.
So forget about the ending, but what made you, was there something, forget about the story, but was it the combat that also got their attention? Like, you know what? This is not that bad.
What do you mean?
Like the combat, like you finally has got some hands-on on the new combat system for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Did that got your attention? Like, you know what? This is good. Forget about the story. But just the combat itself.
Yeah, like it grew on me. It grew on me.
It took you a long time,
it was
or
still
not really?
because it was still turn based when it came to like items or spells. It was turn based because once you like heal, your meter has to go back up, just like how the original game was. You had a meter. Once that meter hits, then you could do a spell or item or summon. So that's still turn based. The only thing is it's just free for all is smashing, where you hit the square button and Cloud's hitting you with the Buster Sword, or Tifa's punching you in the face, Barrett's hitting you with the gun. So that's free for all, but it's still turn based on spells and items and all.
Who was your favorite character from the original Final Fantasy VII?
Sid.
Okay.
The guy the high wind dude. The guy who owned the plane.
Now
him and Vincent.
Did that change for Final Fantasy VII? Is there a new VII Remake? Is there a new character or is it still the same character?
I respect Tifa a lot more because in the original game I never played with Tifa. This one I'm like, oh man, Tifa's like the best character.
Tifa.
She's knocking dudes out left and right.
Why made you change that decision?
Because she's way more efficient in this game. Because like I said, this game is all about it's a free for all battle mode. Fighting. So Tifa's just knocking dudes left and right.
I like her style on the original game because I think she was sick.
But I never played with. I always used to put her on the side.
Really?
The beginning of the game. Once Red 13 came in the game, Tifa was gone. Out of here. I will never use Tifa and I'll never use Aerith.
How many characters can you use on the
it's still
Final
three.
Fantasy VII?
It's still three.
Still three?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing I like about the older Final Fantasy is I can have
four. But it made it too crowded, man. Like I go back and play those games.
But I have more options of selecting the type of characters that I want. That maybe they have certain powers that others don't have.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I think the game is dope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a great time. The music is fantastic on Final Fantasy IX. Fantastic.
No, yeah. I remember sampled something.
Good.
I made a beat off it.
So good.
Yeah.
That people need to, and you know what I noticed? It gets better, and the farther you go in the game, it gets better and better.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm playing is because the game is available on Xbox Game Pass. So I'm part of the service to 2022. You know,
yeah. My team was the obviously the little monkey boy. I had the little the guy with the hat, with the mage. It was the mage and the knight.
Oh, Vivi.
I used to change the names all the time.
Oh yeah, it's Vivi.
It was him and the knight.
Yeah,
those were my three. I think those were my three guys. I think it might be three. Final Fantasy IX might be three.
Okay,
but I remember those were my team. That game was really good. I said it back then. That's the most slept on Final Fantasy ever.
And remember, that game came out at a time where the PlayStation 2 was coming out. This came out. This originally was for the PlayStation 1 era.
Yeah. It looks amazing for PS1.
It looks good, man. It looks really, really good. We were having that conversation. You're thinking about downloading that on your phone.
Yeah, because I have Final Fantasy VII and 6 on my phone, my iPhone. Like I play it all the time.
Yeah, I have 7 on my Switch.
On your Switch?
Yeah.
It came out on the Switch?
All the Final Fantasy came on the Switch.
Oh, then I could get... Well, I mean, I don't have the Switch on me now.
Every single Final Fantasy is available there. And now with Xbox Game Pass, all of them are going to be part of the service. They're just releasing it like here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I heard about 9, I'm like, look, I don't care about 10 and up. Yo,
yeah, no, me either.
9, I feel like people really, really slept on that game, man. You know, so I want to try it out. And every person I've spoken to, they're like, Danny, you're going to enjoy this, man. This is one of my favorite. I thought people were going to say 6 or 7. They're like, no, this is my favorite Final Fantasy. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I agree.
That's big.
Yes.
That's big, you know?
But after playing this Final Fantasy remake, I was describing the game to my stepson. He's saying you should go and play 15. Because if you like this remake, you should probably like 15. Same battle structure.
I'm not going to lie. I downloaded 15 and I played it. And there was games that just came out, and I just stopped playing it.
You stopped playing, right?
Yeah. So, but honestly, I just love the traditional Final Fantasy JRPG, in my opinion. Like, there's a game that you definitely got to play that came out for the Xbox 360 that I think you would love. Lost Odyssey. It's JRPG.
Is it new?
No, this is from the Xbox 360 days.
Oh, yeah, okay, 360.
But people slept on that game. That game is...
Was that the game that was the illustrator of Dragon Ball? What game was that?
No, that was Blue Dragon.
That game looked cool.
That game, it's good. I feel like Lost Odyssey was like a better game.
It was a better game?
No, don't get me wrong. Blue Dragon, fantastic game.
Yeah.
Good. But Lost Odyssey, amazing. When I remember getting that game for the 360... Microsoft sent me that game.
Yeah. And
it was 4 disc. So I'm like, oh man, this is like, reminds me a lot of the old school days. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to the JRPG games. And this is the thing that I liked about playing Final Fantasy VII on the original PlayStation. I'll be like, yo, I'm on this too, man. I'm on this 3.
That shows your progress. Yo, I'm on this too, man.
Yeah, but you know what I noticed? Some discs was shorter than others.
Yeah, because like this 3, you pop in. If you're on this 3, that means you're gonna go fight Sephiroth. Like,
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
or you can just roam the rest of the world and do side quests.
Yeah,
you want to build up your chocobos to get Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah.
You want to go to the Golden Saucer, whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
But overall, it was good. Look, I love Final Fantasy. I think that Square Enix had some bumps throughout the series. There's some games that looks fantastic. Some are like, it's like whatever. Like it's just boring. It looks good, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
But I think they're back, man. I think they're back, and I hope. Do you like to see another remake from them? I know they're gonna do other episodes of Final Fantasy VII.
Remake of 6, right? I guess, right?
6.
Once they finish 7, once they finish this out, maybe.
You know what? 6 or 9. 6 or 9 will be.
Feel like
but I don't see them doing that because
I feel like 9 won't be remake because it wasn't critically acclaimed. You know.
In my opinion, 7 was like the most mainstream.
Absolutely.
Final Fantasy game of all time.
Yeah, it's the
Period.
it's the Terminator 2 of that franchise of Final Fantasy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Like they tried 8, they tried 9, other ones that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Even they had like a Final Fantasy Online. It was never the success of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
Yes, don't get me wrong. 9 has a great story, fantastic story,
Great
fantastic
soundtrack.
story. Yeah, the soundtrack is good. I love the characters. But believe it or not, when it comes to sales, 7 was like, wow.
Dude, it's crazy. I think it was like groundbreaking numbers at the time.
At the time. And when you play that game, you play the demo from the magazine. Because I remember the magazine
the
came out.
EGM. Is it EGM?
No, it was
E3M?
PlayStation Magazine.
That's the PlayStation magazine. It was,
No, EGM is Electronic Gaming Monthly. That's a totally different one.
Oh, you know what it was? It was the PlayStation magazine.
Yeah.
But
Trust me, I remember because I remember going to your house playing
but I had EGM where it broke down from the whole disc 1. It gave you all the secrets and it gave you all the tutorials and what to do.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I had the EGM and I used to follow it on Cosmo Canyon. Go here to get this spell or go there to get that summon or that materia. That's what it was.
That was I mean, I know we're almost ending the show, but I remember the time getting that demo from the PlayStation Magazine.
Yeah.
That was groundbreaking because, dude, everybody and their mothers was excited to play that because originally the TV ads, they were only showing the cinematics. They were not showing the gameplay.
They weren't showing no gameplay. It was all
So
cinematics.
everybody's like, oh my God, that's Final Fantasy?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? I have when I used to collect Dragon Ball on VHS, back in 2000, 2001, 1999. It was obviously those episodes were recorded in Japanese where I have the subtitles, and you'll see the commercials at the time. And then I had Dragon Ball GT episodes, and you see I have one tape of Final Fantasy VII.
So this is like in the 90s.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 1997. And at that time they were showing GT, the Baby Saga, and I have that on recorded of the Final Fantasy VII commercial. And I guess before the game came to the United States, I think Aerith wasn't supposed to die. So if you go back and watch those episodes, you see Aerith with the Hidewind because she's supposed to be alive throughout the whole game. And I guess when they brought it to America, I guess they changed the plot where Aerith dies and then in disc 1, you know?
Yeah.
So when you go back and look at the game, when you open up the disc, you're going to see Aerith next to her the Highwind because she was supposed to live throughout the whole game. So that's like a little, I guess like a Easter egg or whatever.
It's most likely will be online, like on YouTube.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Who knows?
Now, before we wrap it up, Bam, there's anything else you want to talk about that? Anything else about the game that you feel like is important?
Nah, I mean, just go and play it because whatever I'm going to tell you that I loved about the game it's going to be a spoiler.
Okay, all right. We'll leave it as that.
Yeah.
Now, Bam.
Look, coming from a guy who know me, and I love turn-based, and I was kind of hating on this remake. If you feel like how I feel, you need to go and play this game because it's going to 100% change your mind within 10 minutes. You're going to be like, yo, nah, I like this new system.
Yeah,
This is dope. This is dope. But there's so much things going on that I'm not even looking at the scenery.
Yeah.
Because I'm like constantly like going through items, magic, and all that stuff. It becomes turn-based, even though you're fighting in real time, you know?
All right. So we're going to wrap it up in a few. But, Bam, I feel like this is important.
Yeah.
As of recording right now,
yes,
your album, the new album just came out, is you and DB Cutlass.
Yes, that's my boy. That's my artist in Miami, DB Cutlass. We made an album called Shula and Marino. Basically, I'm supposed to represent as the coach. He's supposed to represent my starting quarterback, and we're both two guys from Miami. So we kind of use that concept to like, you know, drop an album. Like, you know, when you listen to West Side Gun, he has like a lot of wrestling, WWF, you know, audio. That's what we did.
WWE.
It's WWF to me.
Yeah,
whatever.
You're back.
But we did that with football. We did that with the Miami Dolphins. When you listen to the album, it's all like football, Miami Dolphins related stuff. You know, I'm supposed to be the coach with the plays. That's me throwing out the beats.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the quarterback, executing the plays as the MC.
Now, how long you been working on this album?
We've been working on it maybe 2 years, 2018. We did a song called Bandito, which is like the first song in the album. We did that in 2018.
Okay.
And then we started a couple songs in 2019 before I moved to New York. We recorded, I did Bandito. I recorded No Name Defense. I recorded, what else did I record? Joe Robbie. I recorded that songs. And the rest of the album is stuff that after I moved to New York, he recorded with his engineer, you know?
See, like I heard a preview about this, like 2-3 months ago, I think it was.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
And I was
longer.
like, man, this album is a classic. Like I feel like this is like your best produced beats ever. And I feel like this is DB Cutlass, best lyrics ever. Like, I feel like you guys need each other in this, man.
I mean, when it comes to DB, like, I just feel like every project he's lyrically getting better. So this is his latest project. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
This is probably his best lyrically throwing bars out, you know?
Yeah. So look, for those that are listening right now, you're into hip hop, you have a lot of options. So you could either buy the album.
Yeah. I don't care. Buy it,
look,
stream it. It doesn't matter.
You can stream it.
I just want you to hear it. I want you to appreciate it and spread the word.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
So you can find us on Spotify.
Yes, Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, YouTube Music,
Google Music.
Yeah, any of your favorite audio streaming sites, it's there to be found.
So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play the link. I'm gonna post the link of that album for those that have any of those music services. Make sure to download it, support it, stream it, buy it, whatever you want. Because look, these are independent artists, and you know, when I started GTR,
dude, if you want to bootleg it on a CD, on a 78-minute bootleg CD, and send it to your friends, knock yourself out.
No, that's fine.
I don't care.
That's fine.
I just want you to listen to it, appreciate it, and just spread the word, man. Tell your friends,
exactly.
tell a friend.
Exactly. But I want people to subscribe and
sure. Oh yeah, of course.
You know, and the reason why I want them to subscribe and follow you guys because there's going to be other projects in the future.
Oh, absolutely.
Between you and DB Cutlass, you know. So BamBeatz. You want to spell it out?
BamBeatz. BamBeatz.
All together.
Yeah. That's it.
And DB Cutlass.
Yeah. So you put BamBeatz X DB Cutlass, and that's the name of the band, like the name of the artist.
The name of the artist.
And then the album is Shula and Marino. And you see a picture of a green photo of Dan Marino and Don Shula looking at each other.
Yeah. Or if you listen to this episode, scroll down. You're going to see all the links for all the music services. You just click
click
whatever
on
you,
it, whatever
the one that you use. Listen to it.
Yeah. Write a comment.
If you want to post a review, or hey, maybe subscribe, follow, whatever.
Yeah, follow.
Because there's going to be other projects, and you will get that notification that album is coming out. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Is there any other projects you guys are working on?
Well, at the moment, probably 2 weeks from now, we're going to drop the instrumental album. So anybody who raps, anybody who wants, beats, you can just download those instrumentals from that album and just do whatever you want with it. You want to rap to it, you want to send it to your friends, whatever the case is, it doesn't matter.
Yo, the beats is phenomenal.
Thank you, appreciate it, man.
Really good.
That half of that album is produced in Miami, the other half is here in New York. So songs like Brutus, songs like Pro Player, songs like Body Bag has that New York feel, while songs like Bandito, No Name Defense was did in Miami. You can hear the difference.
How many songs in total?
It's 10 tracks with an intro, so it totals 9 songs.
9 songs. All right, so there you go.
And then on the song Body Bag, we got my man Sells Grams. He featured on the song. He's a dude that's cool with Tan Boys. He's cool with my man Show Gotti. So that's how I linked up with him, and I just got him on the... It's kind of like... I see this album as like D-Boy's Illmatic, where like every song is him, except for that one song, he's got one feature.
Yeah.
Same thing.
All right, that's good.
Same thing.
All right, well... Bam, thank you so much.
I
if people want to
it,
follow you, how they can follow you?
You can, if you want to catch me on Twitter, just at BamBeatz. What is he? If you want to catch me on Instagram, it's Bam_Beats.
Yeah. That on Twitter. Instagram?
On Instagram with the underscore.
Cool. All right, so head over to...
Again, or you just put it under the link. Just follow me at these places.
I was going to promote the GTR, but thank you. So head over to GamerTagRadio.com. Listen to our past episodes. You could also find us on any podcast app. Just search for us, Gamertag Radio. Follow us, subscribe, post a review. It's all good. Same thing with your album, right?
Absolutely.
And if you would like to be part of fan mail and you want to send us questions, comments, or even thoughts about this episode, this is how you could contact us.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much. We're live here in New York City, Central Park. Bam. This is my first social distancing recording.
Was it good? Was it all right?
This is good. I'm back, baby.
So what are you going to do now? You're going to, every guest that lives in the city, tri-state area, you're going to bring them to this bench?
Yeah, we're going to go to this bench and record from far away until this is vaccine.
Okay, which... I don't know when that's going to happen.
Yeah, who knows? But I just want to say thank you for recording, man.
Thank
it was
you,
a lot of fun, man, recording.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone. Thank you for listening, and hit me up on Twitter, man. Follow me on Godfrey, GODFREE, and that's it. Until next time, we're out.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to Gamertag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.